friends. Welcome to day 10 of the 12 days of mystery stamping. I'm trying to get my camera adjusted so I don't have such a halo, but it's just going to be that way, I guess. My little dog is not in here with me, and she's trying to get in here with me. So you might hear some obnoxious behavior. Hopefully not too much, though. Let me pull up my instructions to tell you where to score. I forgot to grab those. Oh, they're just on my iPad, so it's not that far away. I just have to find them. How's everyone doing tonight? Day 10 of the 12 days of mystery stamping is upon us. And if you haven't figured it out, this one's a treat holder. I figure we could use more treat holders this time of year as opposed to, or this time of the month, as opposed to more cards, because cards are, it's going to be getting pretty late to send a Christmas card or to get the set to make the Christmas card. So this is something you can make with anything you have available. So let's go ahead and let me add my other camera. I think I have everything plugged in and ready to go. And my camera is kind of wonky. All right, I have been doing wood painting this weekend as opposed to stamping. So I had to get my table clear of paint and stuff. So this glass mat, fantastic for painting acrylic paint. The paint you get on here just scrapes right off. Just another plug for the acrylic mat. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. This one, the ingredients list of this recipe is very, very simple. You need a piece of designer series paper or cardstock. You could use cardstock here too. But designer series paper, a tag or a die, ribbon, a hole punch, stamps, and adhesive, inks, bling, etc. So let's go ahead and move them aside. I'm ready, but I'm not. I have a 6x6 sheet of paper. I do not have it cut, but I do have my sample made. So my other sample. So it's all good. So 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. It was either cut this or go change my ratty shirt and put a different one on. And I chose to put a better shirt on. Okay. So this is where we're going to score. So go ahead and get rid of your cutting blade and don't touch it again if you're like me and you get it wrong sometimes. All right. So we're going to score at 1 1/4. I think I could have done this without my cheat sheet. Remember not to push really, really hard because this is DSP. So it's a little thinner than cardstock. So don't use all your muscles. And then 2 1/2, and then 3 3/4, and then 5. Let me tell you those again. 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 3/4, and 5. So it's every 1 1/4 inches. All right. Now you're going to turn your paper one way or the other. It doesn't matter. And you're going to put, actually it does matter. If your paper is diagonal, you're going to want to put this next score line at the bottom of your design. Okay. So at the bottom, mine is non-directional. So I'm just going to put it whichever way. But if you have one that is directional, you want this next score line to be at the bottom. Hi, Nancy. Oh, you lucky bugger. We did not have beautiful day here. We had freezing rain that closed highways, and now it's all melted, but now the wind is kicked up. So we just can't win for losing. We do need the moisture though. So thank you for liking and sharing and commenting and showing up as always. All right. So At the bottom of whatever your design is going to be, we're going to do another score line that is 1 1.25. So if you're just joining me this way, your marks are 1.25. Your score lines are 1.25, 2.5, 3 3/4, and 5. You're going to turn your paper, and the bottom of your design, if this was directional, you're going to put a score line at 1.25 also. All right. I'm going to set that aside for a second. Now, this is what we have basically. And I just did this template on a piece of white so you could see what we're going to do. So we're going to put the score line on over to this side, and we're going to cut that piece out. And you know me, I like to make, let me see. There we go. I like to, so we're going to follow it on this side. It doesn't matter what side your pattern is on because we can always fix that. I need to find that score line. All right. So I'm going to, boy, this is hard. I'm going to snip it here to that 1/4 inch score line, and then I'm going to cut. All right. So there's my first score line. See how that matched up? And that just meant I was going to notch it. This is that 1/4 inch piece that we had there. If you want to fold this, that would be totally okay. If you need to see where your score lines are better, and they're not as crisp because we were being gentle. So there we have it. Now, do you see my paper a little bit better? All right, so if you lay it down so that on the left, you can take out this piece right here of this narrow piece, and then I'm going to notch this right here also. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter which way you put it together. These are just where we're trimming. All right. So we're going to trim. Now we're going to trim half of this away. And no, it doesn't need measuring. We're just going to trim it to the score line. And then we're going to go down. Boy, I didn't realize green was going to be so hard to see. And then we're going to go all the way down to that score line. So what we've done is we've made a little flap. My eyes in this green paper are not liking each other. This one's going to stay whole. So we're just going to nip this down here. So now we have the first 2 flaps and then this one. Now you'll notice I did notch that in the picture. So we can do a little notch. There we go. So, do you see how that worked? For my little template. My template is only here to guide you and me. And no, it doesn't matter that I cut a little bit more off than on my template. I just drew a line. Okay, so if I fold this back, this next one is going to get cut in half also. So we're going to cut this one in half. And it's a fold. So, I mean, it's a flap. So it's not going to be seen. And then we're going to cut this down to the score line. And then I'm going to notch those 2 flap pieces again, just because it makes it so much easier. All right. So I'm going to hold this back, but you see what we did? This one's a whole flap. This one's a whole flap. Cut in half, notched, and then notched on this one also. So there is, if you need to take a screenshot, that's what we're going for as far as that. All right. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Let me see here. Nope. Yeah, okay. So I'm actually going to use this side. But this is the side that matched up with this on the left. So that's what I did. So that's all right. All I have to do is just make my folds go the other way. It's a little box, so it's not going to matter which way you put it together. So if yours was inside out like mine, just make all the folds go the other way. And this is how it's going to come together. So using a skinny glue, I'm going to use a piece of turn tape. Turn tape. These would be so easy to make if you needed to, Glenda, if you needed to make a large amount for, I'm thinking about making these for my great nieces, or yeah, no, not my great, for my nieces and nephews. These would be just so quick. I give them cash. So I could just throw some candy in their cash in this little box and send it to them. That'd be pretty cool, huh? A little something besides just an envelope with money. So they range in age from 12 to 32. So maybe even more than that. 12 to 36. Wow. So they just get cash. All right. So I've got my adhesive. I took it off on this flap. I'm just going to lay it down flat, and then I'm going to close this over the top of it, and everything should line up, including my red dots. Look at that. My red dots kind of lined up too. All right. So this is the bottom of your box. If you want to put a piece of tear and tape or some adhesive on one of your flaps, well, let's just see here. We want it to be the flap that's opposite of your seam. So put some tear and tape opposite. So my seam is here. Put tear and tape opposite. It actually doesn't matter, but this way my seams will all be toward the back. Okay, peel that off. Tuck in your two little folds. See, I told you it didn't matter if they were exact. And square this up and go ahead and close it. Now you might want to take, I'm going to take your pick tool and just kind of poke it in the box to make sure the adhesive sticks. Probably should have had my end on my take your pick tool, so I'm not poking people. All right. So there's our little box. Now our little box fits Hershey Kisses, Hershey Nuggets, lip balm. Here's a lip balm. It holds 4 Hershey Nuggets. A tip, I don't think. Oh, maybe they'll go in that way. I don't know. When I put them in, if you put them back to back and drop them in, they work better. They just slide right in. So 4 works really well in here. And then all you're going to do is decide which way is your front. So we have your seams toward the back. So this is my front. And then push your 2 in and pop it closed like so. All right. And I told you to bring a hole punch. Yep, gift cards and money are the answer. It's just too hard. They live such different lives, and I can't keep up with them. So the best way to make your punch is to actually make it go the opposite way. I could not get my punch to go through all the layers, and mine's just a regular size punch. And see, then it fits. And then I can tuck these in, and I can punch it again. This way I'm only going through 2 layers of paper instead of lots. I was trying to do it the other way with the other one, and it was not working well. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is actually we're going to set this aside. And I told you to bring a tag. I've had these expressions. Nope. Greetings of the season dies. And I've used them a couple times. Not often, but they've been here hanging out. I knew they were an option, and I thought, I wonder if I have the stamp set to go with that. lo and behold, I do. Look at this beautiful stamp set that I forgot I had. Anybody else forget which ones they have? So we're going to pick one. Now, this is a little box. I would love to pick the most wonderful time of the year, but I don't know that that's really going to be conducive to a little box. So I have a bunch of the dies cut out. And I just cut one of everything out just because. I think I'm actually going to use this one because I'm going to use this gorgeous tree on the front. Isn't that pretty? Okay. This is from the, I should have known the name. Decorated Trees. Anyway, it's been here and I thought, I'm going to use some of the stuff that I used for my swap card. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. You can add whatever you want or just have the tag. You don't have to add any extra little piece. This is from, I will tell you who did this one. Cheryl Buckaloo is the one that I am kind of sort of basing my design on. Mine's a little different, but I like to give credit where credit is due if I know it. Sometimes I don't know it or I forget to write it down. So this is going to go on here, but I need to stamp on this. So New Year. Nope. How about, nope. Love and Joy. Maybe we should get a different one out. Could do For You from Season's Greetings. Merry Christmas are two different ones. Love and Joy, maybe. That's kind of big. Season's Greetings on that one. That's what we're going to use because they kind of match. My nose has been drippy but the weather's changing. So tired of the weather changing. One day it's nice. Next day, not so much. All right, I'm going to reach over you and grab my Granny Apple Green. And this is the first time I'm inking up this set, as I just told you. So I'm just going to double check. I like that. And go ahead. Oh, did you hear her? She's trying to claw her way in again. My husband isn't doing a very good job babysitting. All right, Season's Greetings. Now, some red twine. We might, no, that's more of a gold. Do I have gold? I do have some gold. I think I'm just going to use silver work. I don't think this red works. Different color red. I'm going to go with what I had the first time. When you see it, you'll go, oh yeah, that worked. So, put your candies in. Some candies in. Like I said, it fits for Hershey Nuggets, especially if you do them the right way. That one got in sideways. But, Hershey Kisses, those, little candy canes, anything. Money. Chapstick, lipstick. All right. So we're going to close them up and take a piece of the ribbon and thread this. This is that frayed grosgrain ribbon. And you can tie it at the top. I'm choosing not to. I'm just going to lay it flat-ish. And then I think I'm going to use some of the red and white striped ribbon. And I'm going to tie it around this. Like I said, you can make a whole bunch of these and not make them quite so fancy. And use them as gift, pulled gifts. You could curl up a gift certificate. All right, now once that's tied once, I'm going to go ahead and slip on my tag and then finish tying it into a bow. And if you need to keep it closed a little better, once you have it like this, you can pull down your thread to keep your box closed a little better. Or you could always put a little glue dot in there if you needed to. Of course, it is not going to cooperate right now. But anyway, there you go with a cute little box. And here is my other one. So I have 2 of my boxes. I think I need 5, 6, 7 boxes for my nieces and nephews for Christmas. I could have this come down here. That ribbon is not, that twine is not cooperating with my ribbon. So I will work on it. See how pretty it worked with that one? All right, I'm going to try it one more time. I think my problem is I got this down too, I got this up too high when I tightened it. All right, we're going to try it again. There we go. I just did this the first part of a knot. Boy, that wind is screaming. I didn't realize it until my husband turned off the TV and his phone. Not off. The internet he's got off so I can use it. But he had it up pretty loud. I couldn't even hear the wind blow before I got started. Now I can hear the wind blow. All right, that looks much better. So there you go. I thought about doing one in pink and using it as, you could use these for shower gifts. Only you can tie like that. Oh, I think a lot of people can tie like that. Aren't they really cute? I thought they were really cute. So that's what tonight's mystery stamping is. It's just a cute little box. So yeah. So we only have 2 more days of the 12 days of mystery stamping. So tomorrow we'll do it at noon, I believe. Yep, 12 noon Mountain Time. And the clue will post at 8:30 in the morning. So I hope you can join me for day 11 of our 12 days of mystery stamping. Thank you for joining me. And remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those things. All my links are in the description of this video. So thank you for crafting with me and have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.